Yes, hello. Good evening. Hello, Co-Chair Senator McCrory and Representative Sanchez, members of the Education Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak before you. My name is Claudia Phillips. I am a Bridgeport resident, mother of 3 kids, now young adults who attended traditional magnet and charter schools. You have heard me talk about my twin daughters and my son before. They are my pride and joy, as I am sure your children are yours. They, like many of our youth, are struggling to move forward after experiencing one of the most frightening and paralyzing moments of their lives due to the pandemic and its aftermath. They are resilient, but they do need our help. I am the voice of families in Bridgeport who, as elected leaders, you have pledged to serve. We have put our trust in this leadership and gone on working daily to support our families. Our message to you today is about doing everything, coming together as a village to bring back hope to our youth and to our community again.
So 65 is, okay. Sorry.
February 9th, I watched Governor Lamont speak about our state and in particular about education. He said we were a shining example to follow in this country and how important it was to him to provide a foundation for our youth to become our state's future leaders. He spoke about the gratitude he had for educators, and then came the budget. The budget did not address our state's broken funding system or remedy the inequitable funding that has disproportionately hurt districts largely serving students of color. Nor did it fully fund our existing public charter schools or include funding for Danbury schools. Governor Lamont's words felt so empty. And now I turn to you because we cannot continue to ignore the monumental need in the educational sector, especially now that we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to close the funding gap. Year after year, the education and opportunity gap grows, and we are plagued with crime and many other challenges that overwhelm our communities by design. For far too long, our children have been told that there is simply not enough money to address the alarming economic and racial disparities that plague their education. We have been treated like second-class citizens. Why must our children be the ones who defer their dreams? Again, I ask, why must our children be the ones who defer their dreams? With the education policy this committee could pass this year, we have an opportunity to change the course of history by becoming a true example of a state that invests in its most important and precious resource, its youth. And I ask for your leadership in 3 areas this year. I first implore you to pass a bill that funds our children based on their learning needs. Second, our charters need access to facility funding or school construction funding. One of our schools here in Bridgeport was promised nearly $1 million in 2018, $1 million, and we have yet to see that money come. Since then, we've endured a pandemic which has tested our school buildings. You heard other kids.
Claudia, can you please summarize?
I will. Thank you. One last thing, please make sure that that we address the fact that the process to open new public charter schools is broken right now, and we need to change that. And I will end with this. Thank you. I want to always inspire our kids that there is a future that holds promise and hope for them. I therefore cannot be complicit and stand by allowing decision makers to ignore the children they pledge to support, especially now that we have the funds to do so. I ask you to unite with me and the thousands of families who will wait for their chance to have an actual promise and hope for their children. Thank you very much for your time.